Great morning, great morning, great morning. Yeah, your girl is back. I'm back, y'all. I was trying to be done. When I did the live at 5:55, I was like, okay, I'm done. Clearly, I'm not done. So you guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I was trying, y'all listen, for real, for real. I was trying to be done. Listen, God said no. God said no. So I got to go ahead and say what he needs me to say. Like I don't know what it is that's going on right now, but he got me on fire today. Today is a fire day. Like all of this fire sign is showing up and like literally like, okay, God, what you doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me share. Go ahead and share. My God. I need y'all to understand that God is not playing. God is not playing. So, because God is not playing, I can't play. That means that whatever it is that he has need of me to do, I've got to do just that. And apparently this morning, it is let y'all know that he's not playing. I'm going to tell y'all that the enemy has got all out, full out assault on God's people. All out, full out assault on God's people. But the beauty is that he can't win. See, his end has already been written. His end has already been written. So I had to come on because I got to tell y'all that God is not playing. He's not playing. And not only is he not playing, he's not playing about you. Okay? God is not only not playing, he's not playing about you. About you. Oh, y'all can think it's a game if you want to. Y'all can think it's a game if you want to. Y'all can tell other people they can think it's a game if they want to. But God is not only not playing, but he's not playing about you. Listen, we're in a season where the enemy's attacks have become so overwhelming, right? Engrossing. We find ourselves engrossed. You know, what does engrossed mean? It means to be immersed in, to be overwhelmed by, right? It means that it's the thing that we see. That's all we see. Baby, y'all better share this live, because there's some folks out there engrossed in their problems. And God is saying, I'm not playing about you. So I need to do some stuff, right? Go ahead and share the live. Y'all, hey, you guys, it's your girl, Dr. V. Welcome to the Prophetic Driveby. Listen, let me know who's here, where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. I done just went straight in like the bam. Right. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. And share this live. Okay? I came to make your Friday morning kick off with a bang. Okay? So let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. And let me know when you share the live. Let me know that you shared it. Let me know that you shared it. Ooh, y'all, baby. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So look, let me tell y'all, God is not playing. He's not playing with you and he's not playing about you, right? So God is not playing. He's not playing with you and he's not playing about you. But listen, this is what I need you to know. Some of you have gotten like, listen, it's real out here. It's real, right? The challenges, the obstacles, the all the stuff that you're dealing with, it's real. It's real. It's real. You ain't imagining it. It ain't in your mind. The attacks, the assaults, the onslaughts, all of it is real. It's real. It's real. It's real. But God is realer. God is realer. See, this is the time when we got to dig deep. We got to dig deep and draw upon the word and the power of the Spirit of God, right? We got to dig deep and draw upon the word and the power of God. God is trying to break us free. God is trying to break us free. He's trying to break us out of some things. He's trying to help us to get new eyes, new eyes when we look at the world, when we look at situations and circumstances. Whatever we look at, he needs us to see the blessing in it. He needs us to see the opportunity in it. He needs us to see the solution in the problem. While we sit in the problem, he needs us to shift our mindset, right? Because when we get engrossed in a problem, what we do is we see all the stuff that's wrong with it. Oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, this is not happening, that's not happening. I ain't got this, I ain't got that. All of this is going on, all of this is happening, right? And that's all that we focus on because we're engrossed in it. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all the definition of engrossed, because that's not a word I use every day, but it's the word that the Lord gave me, right? Listen, engrossed, having all one's attention or interest absorbed by someone or something. That's why he said engrossed, right? Having all of one's attention or interest absorbed by someone or something. They seemed to be engrossed in the conversation. All of their attention was on that person and that conversation. Well, we are engrossed in our problem. We are engrossed in our trauma. We're engrossed in our sickness. We're engrossed in our debt, in our lack. We're engrossed in not having a relationship. We're engrossed in our relationship problems. We're engrossed in our marriage, right? So we're engrossed in all this stuff and all these people. But what we're not engrossed in is God. So if all of your attention is on someone or something, God can't fit in it. But if you're engrossed in God, that covers everything in your life. If all of our attention is on someone or something outside of God, then there's no space for God, because we can't give God any of our attention because all of our attention is there. Oh, this a word right here. See, now I understand why I couldn't do that other video. The video didn't work. And now I understand why, because I got to talk about this in my other video. Listen, stop being engrossed in the situation, the circumstance, the feelings, the illness, the lack, like, stop being engrossed in that and get engrossed in God. And what God will do is show you how to deal with the person, the situation, the circumstance, the lack. He'll show you where the money is, where the money resides, he'll show you all of that when you are engrossed in him. Oh, the scripture says it like this. Oh my God, baby, listen. The scripture says it like this. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness. Hold on, let me give you the King James version, and then I'm gonna give you the New Living and the Message version, right? Because I want you to get it. 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 Oh, I want you to get it. My God. Listen. Ooh, my God. My God, my God. Let me get there. Let me get there. Let me get there. My God. Hey. Hold on. I'm telling you, God is trying to help us get to a place, and it's a place that we may not have ever been. But baby, I'm telling you that he's trying to get us there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. Whoo. Uh. Okay, hold on. Let me get there. Matthew 6. Right book, wrong chapter. All right. 33. Okay. All right. So let me go to the King James, and then I'm gonna read the King James, and then I'm gonna read the New Living. I'm gonna read the Message version. So listen, Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Hold on, King James. Now let's look at the New Living. Seek the kingdom of God above all else, and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. Hold on, I'm not through. Let me go to the message. Okay. Steep your life in God reality, God initiative, God provisions. Let me read that again. Steep your life in God reality, God initiative, God provisions. Don't worry about missing out. You'll find all your everyday human concerns will be met. Baby, let me tell y'all something. God is trying to teach us something. Now, that's the message version. Steep your life in God reality. I'm not talking about man reality. I'm not talking about your reality. I'm talking about God reality. What is God's reality as it relates to this, right? God initiative, right? And God provisions. Don't worry about missing out, because you can't miss out when you do that, okay? Because what's for you is for you, and it's going to be yours, right? You'll find all your everyday human concerns will be met. Now, listen, let me go to the Amplified. Let me go to the Amplified, because the Amplified normally gives you a little extra in it, right? Okay? And I'm not saying extra as it adds some things to it, but I'm talking about it'll help clarify and give you some additional understanding. Matthew 6:33. Listen. But first and most importantly, seek, aim at, strive after his kingdom and his righteousness, his way of doing and being right, the attitude and character of God. And all these things will be given to you also. So listen, you can't be engrossed in people, situations, and circumstances. You must be engrossed in God. See, that's what it means when it says, seek ye first. Seek him first. Seek what he's saying. His initiative, his purpose, his provision. Seek him first. Get engrossed in God. See, if you're engrossed in God, God will handle everything concerning your life, every single thing, your finances, your health, your relationships, opportunity, like everything concerning you covered by being engrossed in God. Okay, but we mess up. So what we do is we get engrossed in our situation and our circumstance. We get engrossed in our mate, in our friends, in our business partners. We get engrossed in the people, situations, and circumstances instead of being engrossed in God. While you're engrossed in the people, situations, and circumstances, there's no room for God. There's no room for God to show up, nor is there any room for God to move. But when you're engrossed in God, he can move in every area of your life that he needs to move in. So you've been engrossed in the wrong thing. You need to say, God, forgive me for being engrossed in the wrong thing. I need somebody to write that in the comments. Forgive me. God, forgive me for being engrossed in the wrong thing. Let me go back and tell y'all once again what engrossed means, in case y'all are like, well, Dr. V, I don't understand what that means. Well, let me explain it to you, because I need you to get some clarity. I'm trying to get on the road, and I can't get on the road because we engrossed in the wrong stuff. Because we engrossed in the wrong thing, now my whole day has been shifted, because God said, I need you to help them get clear. I'm minding my business, trying to get on the road. That's what I'm doing. I'm minding my business, got to pack and get on the road, because I got this drive to Tampa ahead of me. God said, I don't care about your plans. Oh, you getting ready to be engrossed in me. So my plan is your plan. Whatever I say, you do. Wherever I say go, you go. Whoever I say call, you call. Oh, you finna do what I said. Why? Because I'm engrossed in him. See, when that's whole nother. Let me go here. Let me go here so I can share this with y'all. Let me just go ahead and share this with you. Engrossed. Having all one's attention or interest absorbed by someone or something. Having all one's attention or interest absorbed by someone or some, not some of it. It doesn't say some, it says all. Okay. Y'all said, well, Dr. V, what does that mean? Well, let's start with what all means, okay? all, used to refer to the whole quantity or extent of a particular group or thing. All, used to refer to the whole quantity. If it's the whole quantity, there is nothing left. If it's the whole quantity, there is nothing left. So that means that if we are engrossed in someone or something, having all of our attention and interest focused on someone or something, then that means there's no room for God. Maybe y'all don't get it. Maybe y'all don't get it. Maybe y'all don't get it. Somebody need to share this, because there's some people engrossed in the wrong things. Share this, because this is the key to your breakthrough. Share this, and let me know when you've shared. Share this, and let me listen. We finna break some fallow ground up, right? You wondering why you can't produce? We finna break some fallow ground up. And we're gonna help get some clarity and some understanding on some things, because God is not playing. Okay, God is not playing. And he needs us to understand, my God. He needs us to understand what's going on. So share it and let me know when you share it. Share it and let me know when you shared it. We running around here engrossed in stuff that's not God. Engrossed in it. It's got all of our attention, all of our time, all of our mind, all of our energy. We're engrossed in it and wonder why God is not showing up for us. You haven't shown up for him. You showed up for them, but you ain't showed up for him. You showed up for it, but you ain't showed up for him. So how is it that you want God to move on your job when you don't show up for your God, but you'll show up for your job, but you won't show up for your God? I mean, this don't make no sense to me. I don't understand it, but I do understand it, because that was once me. Listen, and if I'm not careful, it's me again. It's me every time I take my eyes off of him. You see, listen. When Peter said, Lord, is that you? Is that you out there on the water? If it be you, bid me to come to you. Jesus said, come on. And while he was engrossed in Jesus, he didn't sink. The moment he became engrossed in the wind and the waves and the voices of those in the ship, he began to sink. Why? His attention went elsewhere. See, when he got engrossed in them, there was no space for Jesus. And when he was engrossed in Jesus, Jesus handled everything concerning him. When we get engrossed in God, God takes care of everything concerning us, our finances, our health, all situations and circumstances. And we know that everything that the enemy meant for evil, God is going to turn it around for our good. Do you hear me? Everything, all the things that happen in our life. Listen, you looking at a situation and you're like, I can't believe God let this happen to me. But God got something that he's working for you. He's working something. Oh, this is just a piece of the puzzle, baby. This is just a piece of the puzzle. Don't think he ain't working for you. He's working for you behind the scenes. And that's why the word says with with clarity. Let me just say with clarity. And we know this. That what did I say? All men? The entirety, the entire quantity, the whole thing, that all things work together for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. All things, every single thing that can happen to you. I don't care how bad it is. All of it is working together for your good. All of it. Problem is, we're engrossed in the situation, and we're engrossed in the problem, and we're engrossed in the person, we're engrossed in the job, we're engrossed in our lack, we're engrossed in our sickness, we're engrossed in our heartbreak, we're engrossed in everything except the thing that we need to be engrossed in, and that's God. The moment we get engrossed in God, he'll provide the answers for everything that we go through in life. And the beauty is this: he may show you why you got to go through that. Why? God, why me? Why me? Why me? Get engrossed in him and find out. Get engrossed in him and find out what that's doing right there. See, the man that was born blind, when the disciples went to Jesus and they said, Jesus, who sinned? This man who was blind at birth, born blind, like, or his parents? Well, first of all, the man was born blind. How could he have sinned? He hadn't even lived yet. He came out without sight, right? Or his parents. And Jesus said, neither. But this had to be in order for the glory of the Lord to be revealed. You talking about why I gotta go through this? People looking at you, oh, you must have some sin in your life. Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that what Job went through? Isn't that what Job went through? Didn't Job go through that? When God said, have you considered my servant Job? You think God didn't know that it was going to hurt Job to lose his children, to lose cattle, to lose the crops, to lose you think God didn't know that it was going to hurt Job to have boils on it? You think God didn't know everything that Job was going to go through when he told Lucifer, have you considered my servant Job? You think he didn't know? He knew everything, and he trusted Job to go through it because he knew what was on the inside of Job. See, the problem is this: God knows what's on the inside of you even when you don't know what's on the inside of you. You're looking at the circumstances, the situation, but God knows what is inside of you and what he's trying to draw out of you. He wants you to know the strength that resides in you because he resides in you. He wants you to know that he's working it out for your good. He wants your faith to show up and be put on display so that people won't be understanding, like they won't understand how it is that you can operate in such great faith. How can they operate in such great faith when it don't look like it? It don't matter what it look like. What matters is what it is. What did it say? God reality. The God reality. Isn't that what it said? Which word? Which version was that? Let me see which one, because I like that. I think that was the Message version. Da-da-da-da-da. Where's it at? Let me find it. Yeah. The Message version, Matthew 6:33. Matthew 6:33. It says, matter of fact, let me just back up. Let me back up because I want y'all to get this. Start with verse 30. It says, if God gives such attention to the appearance of wildflowers, most of which are never even seen, don't you think he'll attend to you, take pride in you, do his best for you? What I'm trying to do here is to get you to relax, to not be so preoccupied with getting, so that you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God and the way he works fuss over these things. But you both know God and how he works. How is it that you know God and how God works, but you are stressed the F out? What in the world is going on? Why are we expending energy on things that we don't have to expend energy on? Expend that energy on God. How about that right there, right? So Matthew 6:33. Here we go. Steep your life in God reality. Steep your life in God reality. Not your reality and not the world's reality. Steep your life in God reality. God initiative. God provisions. Oh, y'all don't know what steep means. Let me go to the oh, Lord, he got me definitional today. Steep. Let me tell you what steep means. Okay. Steep. Okay. Okay. Come on. To soak in a liquid at a temperature under the boiling point. To cover with, hold on, let me get it. Okay. To cover with or plunge into a liquid. To saturate with or subject thoroughly to some strong or pervading influence. Steep your life in God reality. God reality don't work like our reality, right? Listen, God's ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. God reality is different, right? There's our reality, which is basically just natural stuff that we see, right? But then God's reality is what's beyond the surface, what's beyond the natural, what's beyond what we can see. It's also what's going on behind this. See, God is requiring us. Ha! That stick go deep. Right. God is requiring us to go deeper. Yes, Velma. Steep like making tea. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, our reality is flawed. That's the problem. But it's because we're engrossed in the person, thing, place, situation, circumstance, instead of being engrossed in God. Being engrossed in God covers the thing, person, situation, and circumstance. But when we're engrossed in the thing, situation, person, or circumstance, that don't include God at all. Did y'all hear what I said? Oh, that's a revelation right there. If you're engrossed in a person, okay, there's no room for God, because engrossed means having all attention on something or someone. So where's God in it? So this is the truth of the matter. Okay? This is the truth of the matter. Listen. God knows everything about us, right? The reason that I've been married and divorced 5 times is I was engrossed in marriage. Did y'all hear what I said? I was engrossed in marriage, engrossed in being a wife, engrossed in relationships, engrossed. In fact, it makes something that God said to me a while back make sense. He said, I can't give you a relationship right now because you'll be so focused on the relationship that you'll lose sight of your destiny. You hear what I'm telling you? I can't give you a relationship right now because you'll be so focused. He could have said engrossed, and that would have been accurate, in the relationship, that you'll lose sight of your destiny. Some things God hasn't given you, okay? Because you'll get engrossed in the thing instead of the gift giver. Okay? You will get engrossed in the thing instead of the gift giver. That doesn't mean that God didn't use me. Doesn't mean that at all, because he absolutely did. But the fact of the matter was, that was an area I would not give to him. I wasn't going to give that to him. I was like, God, I don't know if I trust you with that. Okay? But when I got engrossed in him, he's like, okay, I need to see, can you stay right here? I need, can you stay right here? I need you to stay right here, because I don't want no man to come in the picture and take your focus. Did y'all hear what I'm telling you? See, some stuff God can't give you because it'll take your focus, and you'll get engrossed in it, and there'll be no room for him. And he is a jealous God. God is a jealous God, right? He don't want anything or anyone to have that aspect of you that he desires. But baby, when we get engrossed in God, it is a game changer. Sometimes the reason that we find ourselves not engrossed in God is because we engage in self-sabotage, right? When we get engrossed in God, God begins to kill our self-sabotage. When we get engrossed in him, he begins to reveal things for us, which is what happened for me. Like, I got engrossed in God, and God began to send strategies. God began to send ideas. God began to send these things like that like really helped me to understand what was going on at the root. See, I'm big on get to the root. If you can get to the root of it, Baby, let me tell you something. When you can get to the root of it, then you can get rooted in that God reality. But you got to get to the root of your issues, right? And when you get engrossed in God, he'll take you to the root. He'll begin to reveal things. He'll pull back the cover. He'll begin to allow you to be comfortable enough to face some things that maybe you couldn't face. He'll allow you to go on a journey so that you can discover some things that maybe you didn't know. Like he'll take you on a journey and take you to places so that you can get a different kind of understanding. God said it's time to get engrossed in him. It's time to get engrossed in him. This word right here. This word right here. Oh my God. This word. Oh, this word, like, I'm like, oh God, that's good. Seek ye first. In other words, get engrossed in God. Get engrossed in him. Get engrossed in him. In the entirety of him. Get engrossed in him. I know that, there are people who seem like they're engrossed in God because all they talk about is God. But just because all you talk about is God doesn't mean you're engrossed in God. It just means that you're talking. But when you're engrossed in God, you will find yourself that it's not so much about the talk as it is about how you show up. See, when you're engrossed in God, you look different. Your appearance changes. When you're engrossed in God, your authority shows up differently. When you're engrossed in God, then he's able to begin to peel the layers back and dig the roots up. When you're engrossed in God, he's able to heal wounds that you didn't even know existed. When you're engrossed in God, he's able to heal your mind, body, and your spirit. Listen, when you're engrossed in God, your finances will begin to line up. Why? Because you're engrossed in God, and God supplies all of your needs. He'll give you strategies. He'll give you foundations. He'll give you all of that. See, when you're engrossed in God, but when you're engrossed in the things, you're just getting the things. But when you're engrossed in him, baby, he lays that thing out because you're engrossed in him, having all attention and focus on him. Seek ye first. Steep yourself in the God reality, the God initiative, the God provision. And when you do that, this is what happens. Clarity. Man, when I think about clarity, listen, we're going to define this stuff, right? When I think about clarity, I think about diamonds, right? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Clarity, the quality of transparency or purity. Clarity, the quality of transparency or purity. The quality of being coherent and intelligible. When you talk about diamonds and you talk about clarity, there are 5 factors that determine the clarity value of a diamond. 5, okay? So first of all, what is clarity when you talk about a diamond? Diamond clarity is the assessment of small imperfections on the surface and within the stone. It's the assessment of small imperfections on the surface and within the stone, okay? Listen, when you're looking for clarity, okay? Hold on, let me get to it. The 5 diamond clarity factors. Okay. The first one is size. The larger or more noticeable a characteristic, the lower the clarity grade. The larger or more noticeable a characteristic, the lower the clarity grade. Size. The second factor is number. This is the number of easily seen characteristics. Having fewer characteristics means a higher clarity grade, right? The number of easily seen characteristics. 3, the position. What is the position of any given characteristic? The location of a characteristic within the diamond anatomy will impact the rating. The location of a characteristic within the diamond anatomy will impact the rating. Is it under the table, most visible, or close to the pavilion? So listen, the position. 4, the nature. The nature of a diamond characteristic relates to the type of inclusion and its impact on durability. And 5, the color and relief. Color and relief are essentially a measure of how easily a characteristic is seen, or how much contrast there is between the characteristic and surrounding diamond. Listen, you got to worry about the size, the number, the position, the nature, and the color and relief of the characteristics or the flaws in the diamond when you talk about clarity. Everybody want to shine bright like a diamond, but a diamond can shine bright and still have low clarity, which affects its value. Clarity affects its value. A cloudy diamond is not as valuable as one with a higher level of clarity. So what does that mean for you and I? It means that when we get engrossed in God, he gives us clarity. Clarity on who we are. That's the God reality. Clarity on who we are. That's the God reality. That's our God DNA. Okay? Clarity on what we're to do. That's the God initiative. That's the God initiative. And clarity on where our provision is. That's God provision. God just wants us to be engrossed in him. He wants us to be engrossed in him, because when we're engrossed in him, he begins to line everything up. Everything begins to make sense. We begin to understand why we've gone through the things that we've gone through. And it just makes sense. This morning, I didn't understand. God had me up at 5. Well, he had me up before 5:55, but he told me to go live at 5:55. So I go live at 5:55, and he begins to talk about what it is that he desires to do with our abundance mentality, with our wealth, how he desires to break us out of the bondage of finances that we often find ourselves in. He began to talk about us really dealing with those self-sabotaging behaviors that we engage in that prevent us from being our best self. The true God version of who he created us to be. Because let me tell y'all something. When you begin to understand what your saboteurs are, when you know what your saboteurs are, then you can destroy them. If you destroy them, listen, once you're aware, like, you can't act like you don't know. You can't act like you don't know. You no longer can claim ignorance of why this keeps happening in your life. Y'all know that's the thing that people say. Why does this keep happening to me? Why does it? Listen, if something keeps happening to you, there is something that you are doing, okay, that is drawing that into your life. Figure it out. Dig deep. Get to the root of it. And that's what I've discovered about these saboteurs. They allow people to get to the root. See, I got to the root of why I've been married 5 times and divorced 5 times. I got to the root of that. I got to the root. It's because I didn't see me through God's eyes. It had so little to do with them and so much more to do with me and how I felt and how I saw myself, right? I didn't see myself correctly. And when you don't see yourself correctly, you'll make decisions based on your perception of yourself instead of the reality of yourself. And the reality of yourself is not the circumstances and the situations that you see. It is the God reality. Who are you really? Who are you really? Who are you? Who did God create you to be? See, when you understand that, you don't get moved by stuff that's circumstantial. Oh, that's just circumstantial evidence. That's not real. You won't get moved by fear because that's false evidence appearing real. you'll understand that what God is doing in you is greater than the external and the circumstances that you see around you. You'll get that. God will give you that. And you'll come to a level of understanding that requires you to kill the giants in your life. You can't be engrossed in God and you won't face giants. It doesn't match. The math ain't mathing. If you're engrossed in God, you will see the giants in your life. You'll see those imperfections. And you'll begin to get clear so that your shine and your value is clearly evident and visible to others. And getting clear is getting back to who God created us to be. We get there by being engrossed in God, because then what God will do is turn a mirror on us and begin to show us, okay, this right here, that's not like me. Okay, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to identify where that came from. Go back to that. Dig that root up. No, don't spray Roundup. That's poison. Okay? No, I need you to dig that root up. I need it to come up from the root. I don't need you to kill it on the surface. Because when you kill it on the surface, it looks dead, appears dead, but it ain't dead. And in the right set of circumstances, it's gonna grow again. And it's gonna break through the soil. And you're gonna have the same problem all over again. So when you understand that, baby, it changes the game. Changes it. It changes it. No longer can you deny the reality. Okay? Can't deny it. You see it clearly. Now you decide, do I kill it or let it live? It's your choice. But if you want your destiny, you'll kill it. Yes, Dr. V. Yeah, 5 times, because we couldn't see ourselves. We couldn't see ourselves right. Yes. Come on. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. Y'all, listen. Look, in my mind, I was packing. In my mind, I was packing so that I can get on the road. But because I'm engrossed in God, he said, nah, you ain't done yet. You ain't done yet. Before you get on the road, no, I need you to go on and go live. I'm like, okay, God. But I promise y'all, listen, I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to say all this. I didn't know. I just knew that there was something that he was saying to me. And I said, oh, well, okay, God, well, okay, well, I'm going to talk about it. And then he took me into the engrossed and the clarity and all of that. I didn't know I was going to say all that. I didn't know that. But he knew that. He knew that. And now that we understand what the problem is, we know how to fix it, right? Get engrossed in God. So when God is directing you, follow his path. Follow his path. Do what he says, because you got to trust that there's a reason that he's telling you to do. There was a reason he was telling me to go live. There was a reason he was telling me to do this. And everything concerning my destiny is tied into my obedience. I told somebody, I said, we say all the time that God doesn't have favorites, but he does. Those people who obey, they are his favorites. Those people who are obedient, who have a heart after his, he loves them. I'm not talking about fake obedience. I'm not talking about surface obedience. I'm not talking about they look like they obedient. I'm talking about those people that really, for real, are engrossed in God and are like, hey, God, I want you. They're chasing after God, and they're not even chasing. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Like when you are engrossed in God, you ain't got to chase him because he ain't running. You ain't got to chase him because he ain't running. God ain't running from you. You're running from him. All you've got to do is say, God, I want you. God, I want to be engrossed in you. I want to be engrossed in you. I remember hearing people say all the time, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. It wasn't mathing for me. Wait a minute, if all I'm doing is focusing on God, how my bills getting paid? Like, how stuff happening in my life if I'm just focused on him? But the reality is, when you're engrossed in God, it consumes everything concerning your life. But if you're engrossed in those things, then those things have no room for God. You now have no room for God in the situation. And so God can't step in and fix it, even if he wants to, because he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Oh, you got a whole relationship going on over there. So do you know what he'll do? He'll put you in a situation where you have to rely on him. You have to trust him. You thinking, God, why would you do this to me? He's trying to set you up. It's a whole setup. It's a setup. I had to call one of my friends. She's dealing with some health challenges, and she was on my mind this morning. God said, call her. I called it 7-something in the morning, right? And I video call. Y'all know I don't like to talk on the phone just regular. I be like in video. I want to see your face when I talk to you, right? Because there's so much that goes into communication that's nonverbal. So I call her, and then I call her back. I called her twice, okay? Then I sent her a voice message, right? And so then she called me back. And so I was able to talk to her. And listen, I'm telling you, it is when we are at our weakest, when we feel like we don't have, he will allow some things to happen where you're in a place. I don't need no light. I am the light. Well, you're in a place where you are feeling like, okay, what am I gonna do and how am I gonna do it? Let there be light. That he can then get through to you, birth out some stuff that he needed to birth out that you weren't doing because you were engrossed in your job, engrossed in work, engrossed in this, engrossed in that, engrossed in everything except him. It's an opportunity. In every challenge, in every obstacle, in every problem, there is an opportunity and blessing. In every one of them, there's not one that exists that doesn't have a blessing attached to it. When I packed up my suitcase and moved to North Carolina with my daddy, there was blessing in it. There's blessings in it, not just one, but multiples. God knew that he wanted to dig some stuff up that was at the root of my issues with marriages, with men, with how I saw myself. Like, he dug that stuff up using my daddy, right? He began to show me patterns in our family, a family that I didn't even know existed, but I was repeating cycles so that I could be the cycle breaker. Listen, you got to listen to God, get engrossed in him. He taught me how to be more engrossed in him than work. Because those of you who know me know I'm about business. I'm making things happen. He said, shut that ish down. No. Okay? Shut it down. I need you to focus on me and let me heal you. Let me tap into those wounded places. I'll make provision, but you let me heal you. Because your healing is crucial to your ability to have the capacity to be the billionaire that I've called you to be, to produce the millionaires that I've called you to produce. Until you do that, everything that comes in is going to flow out because you got these holes. No, let me fill the holes. Let me fill the gaps. Let me help you see yourself correctly because your vision has gotten skewed on you. Or you can see everybody else, but you can't see you. And I need you to see you through my lens. I need you to see you through my lens so that you can understand who you are. You're not your situation or your circumstances. You're not where you've been or what you've gone through. You're not your failures and you're not your successes. You are my daughter and I love you and you are fearfully and wonderfully made and you are the apple of my eye. I need you to understand that. And my purpose for you is a destiny purpose. And I need you to walk in that right there. Yeah, you Dr. V, I get it. And that's nice and that's cute. But I need you to understand that your calling is greater than your degree. and your destiny is more than your name. Okay, God. What do you do when who God says you are doesn't match what you see? What do you do when who God says you are doesn't match what you see? You believe God. You believe God. I stand 10 toes down on that. I am who God said I am. And I don't care if anybody else sees it or believes it. Like, I don't give two flying flips about that. That ain't my business and it ain't my issue. I am who God said I am. And you know, the enemy always tries to discount you and discredit you. Like, that's the enemy's tactic, right? Listen, you can't, mm-mm. No, not ever. Honey, I understand who I am now in a way that I did not before, right? And I understand the mantle for wealth that he's placed upon me. It is a great mantle. So the enemy always fights me in finances. That's where my fight is, finances and relationships, because I'm caught. Listen, I'm telling y'all, when God gets through with what he's doing in me, my ability to impact the lives of people and relationships and their finances is going to be unstoppable, bar none. Baby, I'm trying to listen. You ain't seen nothing yet. The Dr. V that you see today is nothing compared to the Dr. V that you gon' see. You understand what I'm telling you? The Dr. V you saw last month, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Listen, I'm telling you, don't be surprised when you look at me. You be like, dog, what happened to her? Oh my God, she changed. She's a beast. Baby, I'm trying to tell y'all what God is doing. The God reality is showing up. My God DNA is showing up. It's hey, yeah, my biological DNA is there. But baby, let me tell you something. My biological DNA works, but my God DNA is greater. So which one gonna win? Honey, when I need to pull on my God DNA to kill something that is not beneficial in my biological DNA, I'm calling on my God DNA because that's who I am, really, at the end of the day. But because we have discounted our God DNA, because we don't understand that we have the ability, listen, we have the ability to transform and transmute our genes and our DNA. We think our DNA is a definitive thing, that it cannot be changed. It is a lie from the enemy. We have the ability to change ourselves at the cellular level. My God, today, somebody catch that? We have the ability to change ourselves at the cellular level, not just surface. I know y'all want to just put some makeup on and then, you know, like, oh, now I'm beautiful because I got this makeup on. Now, let me tell y'all something. You can change yourself at the cellular level and you begin to see your skin change. Your skin will change, like, literally. I was looking at myself while I was talking and I said, darn, it looked like I got foundation on. I don't have no foundation on. None. No foundation. None. My skin is changing at the cellular level. Okay. When you begin to understand how God has created you, and you begin to understand the nutrients that you need, and you begin to understand that it's imperative for you to take dominion over your health. Not say I got high blood, you know, I got high blood pressure and I got the sugar. You ain't got to keep it because they diagnosed it. That's the symptom. That ain't even the root. There's a root that's deeper than that will begin to cause your body to align. But will you dig deep enough? Most of us won't. Most of us keep it cute and surface. Keep it cute and surface. I'm sick of cute and surface. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm trying to be impactful. So if that means you don't like me, I don't care. I'm not here to be liked. That's not my agenda. My agenda is to do the work of the Lord because I'm engrossed in God. My agenda is to do the work of the Lord because I'm engrossed in God. But I need y'all to understand something. Being engrossed in God and doing the work of the Lord doesn't mean that you allow people to walk over you. No, it does not. It does not at all. So you don't have to allow people to walk. But see, that's all that is misconceptions. All of that is circumstantial. All of that is, no. No, no, no. God has called me to have dominion over me and my circumstances. And the way that I do that is by being engrossed in him, and he'll give me the strategies. That's why he gave me this class, right? Look, God has been showing me things about epigenetics. He's had me on this whole journey and this thing about healing and nature and using herbs and nutrients and food and exercises and all of this stuff. Meditate. Like, God has had me on a whole journey about healing, right? About really understanding who you are and how to tap into that. Listen, to the point where I just get blown away when he adds another piece. So when he showed me this, when he showed me about the saboteurs, those self-sabotaging behaviors that helped us when we were children but are destroying us as adults, listen, that's it. Because you'll always hear me say that a lot of stuff that we go through is rooted in our childhood, right? Absolutely is. Now, listen, it absolutely is. And not just our childhood, but our parents' childhood and our parents' parents' childhood and their parents' childhood and their parents before them childhood. And it gets passed right on down. See, it gets so ingrained that it becomes a part of the what DNA. See, that's what epigenetics is, right? It gets instilled in the DNA so that you will have a mindset and thinking patterns that exist in your family. Depression, it will show up throughout the generations. Things like fibromyalgia will show up throughout the generations. High blood pressure will show up throughout the generations. Diabetes will show up throughout the generations, because there are things that have happened and that you go through that affect your mind and your mentality that create a change in your DNA, so that those things show up in the DNA and are transferred on to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, until someone stands up and says, I'm the curse breaker. I'm the curse breaker. Now, listen, let me tell y'all in the church what happens. I'm going to tell y'all in the church. Y'all ain't going to like me after I say this, but I don't care. But listen, what happens in the church is we teach people to say, I'm the curse breaker. I'm the curse breaker. And then they don't break nothing because they won't deal with them. They will not deal with them. Oh, they keep it real cute and real surface. Yes, God. They keep it cute and they keep it surface. Or what they'll try to do is they'll try to control people. You can't control people. What kind of mess is that? That's the devil that tries to get you to control people and manipulate people. That's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. No, listen. Do you know how you become the curse breaker? You break the curse in you and in your life. And when you do that, you provide a living, breathing example to the world of what that looks like. Baby, I'm the curse breaker, and I got evidence to prove it. I'm the curse breaker, and I have evidence to. I ain't scared to face me. I ain't scared to face my issues. I ain't scared to dig deep. I ain't afraid to get to the root of it. I understand that it's more than the surface. 5 marriages, 5 divorces, that's a symptom. That's a symptom. People be thinking that's the issue. That ain't even the issue. That's a symptom. Now, God, what is this a symptom of? Okay. Oh, I want to please people. Oh, I want approval. Oh, I want love. Okay, God, I see it. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, because my daddy always found something wrong with me. Because my mama didn't raise me. Okay. I internalized that to mean something was wrong with me, or I wasn't worthy of love. Oh, so then my view of myself got shifted. So now I see myself as not being as valuable as I am. I'm only valuable for what I can do, for what I can bring into your life, how I benefit you. So now the way I move off. Because I think that's what it's about. Instead of understanding that the value is just in being me. I am the value. I am the prize. What are you talking about? I am the pressure. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to roll my neck. I don't have to do any of that to be pressure. All I have to do is be. And just in my being, it creates pressure. What you gonna do with it? Not everybody can handle the pressure. See, we want to try to make people handle the pressure that is us. The problem is everybody is not created to have the capacity to handle the pressure that is you. There's someone who is, though. There's someone who is. And that one is the one that was created specifically for you. I know people say, oh, there can be many people. No, there can be many people that you connect with, but there's one that was created specifically for you. You think God just random out here? It's like, oh, I'm going to make a lot of people that, no, there are a lot of people that you could be in a relationship with, in a marriage with, in a business relationship with, that would yield harvest. But there is one that has been created specifically for you. specifically for you. And you all will be able to he'll be able to accept your pressure, and he'll be able to apply the necessary pressure to help you get to your destiny. Okay? So look, this is what God is doing right now. God is breaking down those things that are in the way, that are interfering with your ability to get to destiny. And it starts by getting to the root. What's the root? What are your saboteurs? What are the things that you do to self-sabotage? And we think we know, right? We think we know. Oh, I procrastinate, but procrastination is a symptom. It's not the problem. It's not the problem. I'm trying to tell you. So listen, the way you can find out what your saboteurs are, how to address them, how to kill those giants, take this class. Take this. Y'all, I can't tell y'all enough how this class is changing people's lives. Listen, go to https://bit.ly/no more sabotage. This class is changing people's lives. I'm telling y'all, listen, this ain't to sell you. This is to tell you that literally I've watched myself change, and I've watched those who've gone through the class change as a result of this class. Because now the things that used to stop us, the things that used to get in our way, they can't get in our way anymore unless we willingly allow them to, and we refuse to. Like, it's a different level of commitment, a different level of determination, a different level of, oh, I'm getting on the other side of this. I'm getting on the other side of this. Saturday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing this class. I don't know when I'll do it again after that. So if you want it, you need to get it now, okay? But it's no more sabotage. And you're going to identify the self-sabotaging behaviors that exist in your life. They've been there since childhood. In childhood, they protected you to get to the point where you could procreate, but then they became your enemy, and they are currently your enemy. Sabotaging your life, not knocking it. I'm trying to tell you, go to https://bit.ly/no more sabotage. Go there and get it. Go there and get it. Go there and get it. Listen, go there and get it. Okay? The class is $75 for a single person. The VIP includes a 1-hour one-on-one session where we talk about what you learned in the class and how you can apply it. That is $100. You can do it 2 people for $125, 2 people VIP for $175, and Afterpay is available. It can be split into 4 payments. If you want it, you're going to have to go there to get it. Go there to get it. Click the link, and it'll take you there. Corey, put the link in the comments, please. Corey, can you put the link in the comments? Put the link in the comments. Okay? You can go there, get the pricing, all that's available. All that's available. Okay? It's going to tell you what the class is and how to do it, how to get it. Okay? After this, I'm going to be getting ready to get on the road. I know I'm not going to be available, so you guys got to go on there and do what you got to do. But you want to register now so that you can get your email so that you will be able to take your assessments and have the results back before class. You got to have your results before class. Okay? You got to have your results before class. All right? So go to https://bit.ly/no more sabotage. Game changer. Game changer. And I tell you, game over if you apply the principles. But you got to apply the principles. And I'm going to tell y'all something. One of the things that I've discovered in this process is that my ability to recognize when my saboteurs show up is greater. So listen, this morning when I did the 555 live, God said, tell the people to sow a $55 seed. Tell the people to sow a $55 seed. So, I said, well, God, because let me tell you what I have been doing. I've been telling people, just take the class. Don't sow a seed, just take the class. God said, there is a difference. The class is for them. Okay? That's for them to get these skills and this information. The seed is for them to get their breakthrough. Listen, there's a financial breakthrough that is resting on the horizon of your life, right? Sowing this $55 seed puts a seed in the ground that yields a harvest. Now, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. People play with the power of financial seeds. They play with the power of financial seeds. You think the seed is about the person. The seed is not about the person. The seed is about sowing into fertile ground so that you give God permission to multiply in certain areas of your life. Listen, what we do when things get tight financially is we squeeze. God said expand, right? It's time to expand. It's time to expand. It's time to sow. It's time to get out of the place that you are currently in. And God is moving and working on breaking up the fallow ground of your heart. In order to sow a seed, you can go to Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. You ain't gotta sow. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Okay? If it don't speak to your spirit, it don't speak to your spirit. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. Then this word ain't for you. But there's some people out there that this is for, who need a breakthrough in areas of their life. And they've been saying, God, I don't know how to get this breakthrough. I need a breakthrough. Sow this seed and watch what happens. I've been watching God move so rapidly in people's lives. Baby, God ain't playing when it comes to me in this season. And this season, everything attached to me wins. Everything attached to me wins. Baby, you can't be attached to Dr. V and not win, or you're going to get disconnected. That's the way it works. Like, you're going to have to get disconnected because everything attached to me is winning in this season. I'm talking about we're getting breakthroughs in our health, our wealth, our families, our relationships, our businesses. God is breaking through our mindset. Listen, everything that God needs to do in us, he is doing. Why? Because we're getting engrossed in God. See, don't get engrossed in me. You get engrossed in God, because God will show you, okay, that's for you, right? Oh, that's not for you. Get engrossed in God. He'll bring to you what it is that you need. Look, I got to get off here, okay? I got to get off here. I got to pack so that I can get on the road because I got someplace to get to. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If we will have the same level of commitment to getting to destiny in God that we have in getting to a destination, baby, it'll change your whole life and change the whole game. My prayer is that God would move in your life in a way that it makes you want to get engrossed in him, because there's something special about being in that place. Listen, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day, because I know I will. Be blessed. Mwah.